All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of The Lone Wolf. This is number 10, episode 10. This is a redo. I just did a quick update, fixed my camera. I got a new boom arm for it, so uh, we are back to this angle. That's why this is a redo. I was not happy with the last video, so I took it down, and admittedly, I was not too happy with it. So here we go. I'm going to do this more freeform, no tables, just my D100 Oracle, no mythic, one-page mythic, just the dice. So we have this will be the first episode though with Scarlet Heroes. So Basil is has been converted to the Scarlet Heroes character sheet. And just to introduce his six ability scores, we have Strength of 18 with a +3 modifier, Dexterity 13 with a +1 modifier, Constitution 15 +1, Intelligence 13 +1, Wisdom 12 no modifier, Charisma 10 no modifier. Max health is 16 at the moment. Armor class of 6. Attack bonus +4. His Frayed Eye is 1d8. Current treasure carried over from the last session, 196 gold pieces. Scale armor, which is AC 6 base. Warhammer 1d8. Knife at 1d4. Shield bonus 1 AC. Sling 1d4. 10 torches. Rope potions. Actually, potions times 3. That's from my prior episode 10, which we're doing now. Lock picks 3, and then traits and abilities. I got 3 points for Bounty Hunter background, Lightning Reflexes at 2, and Tireless Endurance at 1. Now I did level him up 2-3 to carry it over from my the previous my maze hack, so that way it's consistent. He's a human fighter, and our current health is still 16. So that's really it for the character sheet. I got the book here in case we gotta take a look at some rules. But either way, let's begin. So let's first start a new quest. We took care of Damaris, so we proved her innocence. That's done. So I cross it off the path let's take a look here at my path. There's a note from the prior episode. Yep, so we proved her innocence. We took care of, yep, we found Damaris. The creed is still kind of up in the air at the moment. But let's create the scene. So first off, is Basil going to start inside or outside? I think 50% chance we'll start on the inside. Okay, we're definitely outside. Okay, so we're starting outside. Now, macro play, we're not going to focus too much on the details, but Basil is looking for work. He took care of the last quest. Now he's looking for work. So he's traveling to the city of, let's say, Greystone, which was in here, my notes here. So he's traveling to Greystone. On his way, does he encounter any problems? Let's roll 50% chance. He does not encounter any problems so far. So things are looking fairly positive. As Basil approaches the city of Greystone, the city is large, vast, fortified. Its bustling streets are busy. There are many merchants moving in and out. There are city guards at the front at the entrance. We enter. Do we have to? Are we able to enter without any difficulty? I'm going to say 50-50. Okay, there we are briefly stopped to do a check of our wares. So the guards ask us to show our weapon, to show our armor, because they are looking for something, which is very intriguing. So we inquire what is going on. They tell us that there has been theft of their armory. So we inform them that we are an adventurer and that we are on our way. We just arrived from Featherwind. We took care of some work for the guards there. Perhaps we can assist. So the two guards we're talking to like the idea. They direct us to go see the captain of the Greystone city guard. He is currently, they tell Basil that he's currently at the barracks in the center point of the city. So we pass on through. Obviously, our weapon and armor, they are our own, so we're not stopped now. But the guards allowed us to enter and go seek the captain. I'm going to say they gave us a name for the captain. We'll write down a new character. So let's say his name is going to be Captain Jinx. We don't know yet if it's a male or female, but it'll be Captain City Guard. This is for the Greystone. Okay, got that logged. We're traveling through. We are pretty well equipped. I'm not too worried about that. We have some potions. I think equipment-wise and gear, we are good. So we find the barracks in the middle of the city. There is a guard at the front entrance of the barracks. He inquires why we're here. We tell him that the guard at the front entrance of the city sent us here. We want to help with the stolen weapons situation. We're willing to volunteer our services for reputation. And the guard is going to go fetch the captain. So he steps away and minutes later comes back with the captain. And now we're speaking to Captain Jinx. It is going to be a male character. Captain Jinx uh, is interested in our proposal. We tell him that we are a highly trained adventurer, fighter, and we just helped the town's guard deal with a creed problem back in Featherwind. And so he likes the idea. He's impressed with our resume essentially. So he tells us that there has been these. Well, let's see. Let's roll for this. So the stolen weapons. Do they believe it's been done by just common criminals? I'm going to say 25% chance because I have an idea. Okay, so he believes that it is an inside job. He pulls us aside and says that he believes there is a rat. There is a someone within the guard stealing weapons and armor from the barracks itself. And like I said, we're in the barracks right now. So he tells us if we are able to find the individual responsible for this, bring him in alive, he will pay us handsomely. Originally, we're going to volunteer for this, but I think he's desperate. So we take the captain's offer, we shake his hand on it. Okay. He says, please find this man within at least 24 hours so that the news does not break out to the public because he does not want the guard to appear weak to the people of Greystone. Okay, so he gives us full permission to explore and search the barracks. His hands are tied, or he's occupied. He says he can't put too much men on this. We ask him if there's anybody currently, if there are any leads or any clues. He says that, well, let's see, has there been any guards that have been late, called out, uh, not frequent on their, not following orders? Let's say 50-50. Oh, okay. There is one individual that the captain has in mind that has been very, uh, has been, has had a disciplinary action served against them and has been suspended from the order, from the guard. Well, I like that, the order. Actually, I'm gonna change this to a faction. So this will be called the order. This is going to be the name of the city guard for Greystone. I like that. Not just city guard, giving it a name. The order. They maintain order, hence the name for the city of Greystone. Okay, so he gives us a name of a guard that has been suspended. he hasn't had a chance to go question them. And this guard, his name will be Barlov, uh, Bar Barvel, Barvel. So suspended guard Greystone. So now I have two NPCs. Okay, so Barvel, he gives us a location where he lives, so we note it down, and he does insist that we look in the barracks in Barvel's sleeping quarters. So we enter the barracks. There are guards everywhere training, kind of looking at us, but seeing that we're with the captain. The captain stops everybody from their training and informs that Basil has complete permission to search the grounds as he's working on a project for the king. That's all he says. Everybody nods and says, "Yes, sir. Yes, captain." So now we have permission to search. He points to the very back left corner that's where Barvel usually sleeps, and that his crate is in front of the bed. So the captain leaves us. We walk by a couple of guards, kind of sitting down, reading books, chilling. We approach Barvel's bed and we're looking at it. We see that there's a large crate, but it is locked. There's a very big lock on it. One of the guards approaches us, and it is a very scruffy looking uh, older gentleman. He questions why we're here. We tell him we're working on behalf of the king and the captain. We're designated. For we're working on a top secret mission. We details cannot be divulged, cannot be detailed, and so he doesn't like that. He steps closer to us. He says, doesn't believe me, and we ask him what the issue is. He says that someone stole his favorite sword. It's gone. It's like his trusty sword. His father gave it to him years ago, and he's used it ever since he became a city guard, and now it's gone. Well, we can't tell him again why we're here, but we assure him that that might be perhaps related to what we're doing, but we have to work. So we insist the guard. We're going to have to roll for this one, 2d8. Can we convince this guard? Maybe perhaps he's really tired or he's upset, but I'm going to say this will be a difficulty of 11, which is or 9, which is simple. So with our intelligence of +1, or let's do yeah intelligence +1. So 5, 6, 7. Oh, short 8. Okay, so he's gonna keep an eye on us. He says he asks why are we standing at Barvel's bed bunk, and we again tell him we cannot divulge any information on our task at hand. Should we get the captain if you're questioning my presence here? And he says, yeah, but we tell him the captain literally just literally told you guys that I have jurisdiction to be here. And so he's getting a little rowdy because again we failed the roll. He shows his dagger on his waist and says, you dare speak to a city guard like that. I tell him, look, not looking to cause any trouble. I try to convince him that please just let us be. We won't be here long. Now then another guard steps in, kind of a younger kid, probably in his 20s, a little shorter, but he kind of shoves the obnoxious guard aside and says, look, he calms him down, says, let this guy do his job. He's not bothering anybody. And I'm going to say that does calm him down. So we were close to having a unfortunate encounter, but this individual, younger guard, steps in to help. So the younger guard gives us a nod, and we thank him for at least the help. So the bigger, obnoxious guard walks away, kind of scuffs, walks away. The younger guard taps us on the shoulders and tells us that do what you got to do. We believe that we have trust in the captain. And he walks away. So perhaps the obnoxious guard was an older guard, been there for so long, he's just worn out at his job. He hates being a guard, perhaps, or he's upset because his favorite sword is gone. But I'm gonna note that actually that the sword path. So, uh, guards, stolen sword. That's one path. Another one is locate stolen weapons for the order. Yeah. So I'm noting this one because I'm intrigued by that one. If we inadvertently find the stolen shield, perhaps he told us that it has a gold grip on it. Yeah, let's do that. It has a golden grip. It's just special. So perhaps like we help the guard, we gain some uh, kudos from him, some reputability, respect from that guard. Okay, so we're searching the bunk. There's a little table, and there appears to be a picture turned over underneath like a book. So we move the book, we pick the picture up, and the picture is of the Barvel's, sorry, I forgot his name, Burvell, Barvel, his family. It's him, his wife, and a kid. So we take the picture, add that to my inventory here, a family photo. There we go. Okay, now the chest, we can't really pick the lock here in front of all these guards. I don't think that that's going to be such a good idea, even though we have permission to be on the grounds. But the picture might be a good clue. We continue looking around. Do we find anything else? Let's roll for it. I'm going to say 60% chance. We do. Though it is a kind of a small item. So underneath the bed, the leg of the bed, we catch a glimpse of it. There is a note, a thick piece of a parchment paper that's underneath the leg of the bed. You know, the bed's rock or something's loose, and you put a piece of paper or napkin underneath the table leg, it can balance it. Well, that's what it's doing. So we take a look around to see if anybody's watching us. Let's roll for it. Is there anybody watching? I'm going to say 75% chance. Okay. A couple of guards are watching us, but mainly the one scruffy older guard. He's on his bunk. He's sitting down, looking at us, giving us a cold, giving us a stare. We bend down slowly and try not to give us any attention by taking the note from the bed's leg. So we take the note, and I'm gonna add that to my inventory. But we'll have to roll for that because we got eyes on us. But I'm gonna lower the difficulty to 8 because we're kind of doing it inadvertently, and this will use dexterity. So +1 on this roll. Nice. That's 14, then 15, the +1. Okay, so we take the note, and it's actually we're not going to read it here. We're going to take it outside. We leave the barracks. We go outside. We leave the grounds of the barracks. The captain sees us. He nods. We walk up to him, and we show him the note. We're just us two. There's no one around. He pulls us aside. We pull him aside. We say, Captain, I found this note underneath his bed. It was underneath the leg. We open the note up, and it says a location on it. There's an address. The captain looks confused. He says, "This is interesting." So he says, "Follow this address. Tell me and come back with. Let me know what you find." So we have an address to go to. I'll put that in my notes here. Okay, so we need to figure out where this place is. The captain doesn't know. Perhaps. Well, let's see. Does he know? Let's roll for it. I'm going to say he's the captain of the city. Perhaps he does. 75. He does. Okay. So he believes this is at a abandoned storage facility on the east side of the city. He said he believes it is. So we take his word on it. Well, guess what we do? We leave the barracks and we make our way east with the address. We do ask a few people around, like, do you know where this abandoned warehouse might be or this abandoned storage facility? They point in a general direction. Yes, there's a couple of beggars who ask us for coins. I'll let's say there's one beggar, we give him 6 gold just to make my number even here. Okay. There's a couple of merchants shouting out their wares that they have for sale. We ignore them. Do we encounter anything on the way there? 50% chance. We don't. Okay, so like I said, just the usual crowd. The amount of people is becoming more scarce. There's less people. We're kind of reaching as the slums of the city. Slums is the word I was trying to remember in my last quest. I kept saying there's another word I kept saying the yeah, I think slums is a better word for it. So we reach the slums and we are at an impasse, an intersection where it appears that it's much darker now. Like the buildings are it's becoming the sun is setting, so the days getting shorter. Now we have the address in our hand, but there is someone following us. I will say that. I'm going to have to roll for this one for perception. So this will be wisdom. I think let's see. Let's check the book because again, perception. I always confuse those two a lot, no matter the game. But let's see. We get back to character creator here. Using a class. A little too far. Okay. Intelligence reflects your hero's education, native wit, and learning ability. Intelligence used to remember obscure facts before not. So it is wisdom reflects not only the hero's common sense and will, but also their perceptiveness. So it's definitely wisdom. Okay, back to the program. So we'll do let's do 10 or 11 for average. Okay, we're doing no modifier on this one. Ooh, 7. We don't see the individual who's following us. So there is someone following Basil at the moment. So we're in an intersection. We're not sure which way to go. We there's no signs. The area again is in the slums, so it's not kept. So it's not clean. It's very dirty. There is some shady individuals walking by. We just decided to go right based on earlier where people were pointing. So we're thinking it's towards where we see a guard tower in the distance. Like there's again, it's a fortified wall, so there's an archery tower, a watchtower on the very side, a little further to our right. So we go in that direction. We do see a warehouse with broken windows, and it looks like there's no one there. Suddenly, there's a tap on our shoulder. We turn around. It's a hooded individual. And this person says to us, he asks, are we lost? We back up a bit. Basil's he's a little concerned right now. He says, what do you want to know? Basil says, what do you want to know? Basically, this individual takes off his hood and reveals to be a, let's say, a bald, I'm thinking a dwarf, like a really short, a dwarf. So he, does he ask us for change? 50% chance. Oh, he does. Okay, he's mugging us. He's robbing us. That's a strong yes. Not only is he asking for us for coins, he has a dagger at our waist. He says, "Looks like you made a wrong turn." So he has a dagger at our armor, right in the vital point. But we're going to try to counter it. So not only were we being followed, we are getting mugged. So let's roll for an attack as we are going to fight back here. We're not going to go walk away from this without a fight, but let's make up some details on this little encounter here. I think this is a low level street thug, so we'll write. Let's see, we have AC level. This will be definitely a level 1. Let's do a new page here. Level AC and hit dice. So hit dice we'll do 2. Armor will be 10. I don't think it's too difficult, and then 1. So this is just a thug, a dwarf, a human, whatever you want it to be. Again, trying to do macro play, and so far I think I am keeping it pretty general. So let's roll for attack. Oh, and let's see, we're using our details here. So I have my +4 attack bonus. Strength will be +3, so that's 5, 6, 7 on top of whatever I roll. and I have to get 20 or more. Oh yeah, and then adding up his AC on top of that. So 5. Okay, so 5 plus a 10, 15 from his AC, and then plus 7, that's obviously over a 20. So we land a hit. We're going to do a D8, which is our Warhammer. Okay, rolling. 3, that's going to be damage points of 1. So he takes 1 hit, goes over here a bit. So he's down to 1. Okay, so now he attacks. He has to hit our very low AC of 6. That's an 8. That's obviously nowhere near a 20. So now it's our turn. Oh, 10. Okay, so 10 again. I think that's 10. Yep, but that's 20. So without the our bonuses, that's a solid hit. We gotta roll for damage. 2. 2 is gonna be a 1. So, all right, we got him. He's dead. Down. He drops down. We hear some gasps around the area. A couple of more hooded individuals pop out of the shadows and surround us. And now we're surrounded by 4 other thugs. This seems to be a perhaps organization or a faction. We'll get to that in a second. So this thug is defeated, but now we have Thug 1, Thug 2, Thug 3, and Thug 4. These guys are a little tougher. They're all level 1s, but I will give them ACs of 8, like that, and health of 2, a hit dice of 2. So now we're surrounded. We killed one of their own, and now they pop out of the shadows. And we basically shout at them. Basil asks, "Who are they?" And they all speak in unison. They said, "We are the shadows, or we are the shadow of Greystone." So that's another faction I'm going to add to my list here. We are the shadow of Greystone. So, shadow of Greystone. Okay. I think they're just again low level thieves. So they are going to surround us. This could be connected to the stolen weapons. I'm thinking it is. So the Shadows of Greystone, a new faction on top of the order from the city guard. So okay, we're rolling for attack. Here we go. Plus the 7. Okay, 14. That's gonna be a hit. Let's choose to attack, and then we have our fray die. So I'm rolling for the attack die first. 6. That's 6 is going to be cannot see that far. 2 points of damage. Okay, so we're gonna kill this thug right here, and then the fray die. 6 again. So that's another 2. So we take out another. All right. Now they attack. 10 plus our 6. That's not enough. Okay. This the number 4 will attack. That's 18. He didn't hit. Okay, now it's our turn. 18. That's definitely a hit. We'll roll our Warhammer. Oh, 1 is no good. I'll roll our fray die. 7 is going to be 2 points of damage. So we take out another one. Okay. Now T4 is going to attack. 1. That's a critical fail. Okay, so he is frightened at our sheer badassery, so he flees because he failed that roll. So he fled. Okay, but as he flees, he runs into that warehouse. The shadows behind the warehouse. So we go after him. We're chasing him through the alleyways, and we're catching up to him. He jumps through a broken window, and we hear him crash onto the floor. We leap through the window, and we land in. He's not there. So we pull our torch out. There's no light source in here. So we're going to use a torch. I'm going to light this up. So now we're down to 9. Okay. So we have our torch. We're looking around. It's an empty, abandoned warehouse, at least the room we're in right now. And we don't see him anywhere. We just literally saw him jump through the window, but he's gone. Again, the shadows of Greystone. I guess maybe they have really good stealth. So we're gonna roll to see if we can find him or spot him. Difficulty of we have our torch to 11. plus no modifier on this one. So 9, 10. Oh, sorry, 7, 8, 9. That's not good enough. That fails. So we can't see him anywhere. We go into what appears to be a bigger part of the warehouse. And guess what we find? We find a crap load of stolen merchandise from armor, weapons, shields, goods, crates. There is just tons of obviously stolen goods, not just the city guard, but this warehouse is huge. And it was all from thanks to that note we found. Suddenly, the individual from earlier jumps out of the shadows and grabs us. And he has a dagger trying to force a dagger into our throat, but we stop him like this. So we got to roll for this. This is what we call a saving throw. So saving throws are rolled to resist foul sorcery, evade random misfortune, which this is, withstand other hazards. Saving throws are rolled exactly the same way checks are, except when the hero also adds a character level to their roll, which is we are 3. The difficulty to beat is always 9, or the level of the creature forcing the saving throw. Now, we'll stick with the 9, but we'll do the level 3. So, plus the strength. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're rolling with a plus 6, I believe. And we're trying to beat 9. Okay, here we go. And there we go. We are. Okay, so we push the dagger out and we grab his arm and throw him against the crates, and he goes flying. So he'll take some damage. So let me rewrite his stats here. He takes 1 hit for that, and he gets up and charges us with another dagger. So now we're back in the counter with the same individual from earlier. So we roll for it. 1, that's a critical fail. We uh, miss him, and we drop our warhammer. So I'm gonna put a little asterisk here. We drop a warhammer. Shoot. So he basically grabs our warhammer out of our hands. We're just stumbling because of the dark. We're holding a torch, and we're having trouble with the warhammer one other hand because there's no light source. So we drop it. Then he attacks us. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll because this dice is just 2 ones in a row. Let's try the blue one here. There we go. More action to it. Solid 20. He gets a critical. Okay, so I like that actually, challenging my character a bit. Glad I re-rolled. Okay, so he's gonna attack with his D. Let's say he has a D6 for attack. D6. Okay, so here we go. Whoops, sorry, double damage. This is critical. So 4. 4 is going to be, I think, 2 points of damage. Yep. Nope. Sorry, just 1 point. All right, so we take 1 hit. We're down to 15 now. There we go. All right, now we're going to attack with a blue die this time. 12 plus our 7. That's definitely going to be hit with his AC on top of that too. All right, now we have to use a different weapon. Let's use our shoot. We just have a knife, a D4. Pathetic. This will be tougher than I thought. Well, maybe. So roll our knife. 4. That's going to be 1 damage. 1 point damage. Yep. So we gut him, and we pick up our warhammer. Okay, so we're back. We kill him. We're going to loot him. Do we find anything on him? Let's say we find 75% chance we do. Yep. We find some gold. Update my gold to, let's say we find 10 gold. And also a dagger from him. The dagger will be a D. Well, let's see. What are daggers? I think daggers are D6s or D4s. Daggers are a light weapon. Nope, small weapon. Small weapons are also a D4. Okay, that's fine. A D4. So 1D4. Okay, we're looking around. And while we just looted that guy, we're looking at all the weapons, and we see insignias of the order all over the weapons. So we're excited, we're happy if we found it, but suddenly the front door burst open, and the 3 individuals, one in the middle, looks to be like he is heavily armored and well equipped, and we see the insignia on his kind of knitted into his coat. He has a overcoat on or a robe, and it looks like these are more members of the Shadows. But he's surprised to see us, so he asks what we're doing here. He says we're here to take these goods back to the captain. You must be Barvel. We ask him. Now, is this Barvel? I think it is. So I'm not going to roll for it. He laughs at our face and says, You're not going to stop us from selling it and making thousands of gold per piece." So he tells his other two goons to get us. So Barvel's there. Remember, we got to take Barvel alive. We cannot kill him. We'll take. So he's part of the shadows of Greystone. So his two goons. Let's say they're the other uh, thugs here. So we'll do. This will be a D6 enemy here. We'll do. What do we call them? Shadow. We'll do S1 and S2. They are also D6. Level to 2. They have AC, let me a little tougher, so 7, and a hit dice of 2 per. Okay, so here we go. We're roll. Whoops, definitely not the green one. Actually, I'll put that green one away. There we go. Here we go. We're attacking first. 3. That's not going to be good enough. I don't think it will be. 3 plus our 7, that's 10. Plus, nope, 17. That's not enough. Okay, so now they attack. Let's do red die for them. S1 is going to attack. 2, that's not going to hit. S2, 10 plus the 6, that's not enough. Okay, now it's our turn. And that's going to be a hit. So we roll our d8 first. 7, that's going to be 2 damage, I think. Nope, yep, 2 damage, 2 points of damage. Okay, we get the first guy. As he runs at us, carelessly, we stab him. But also the fray die, 6, that's also 2 damage. So we take out the other guy. Boom, boom, bada bing, just like that. We kill them both. So Barvel is surprised. He says, not bad. He pulls out a huge sword. Again, he's well equipped, so now we have to deal with him. So Barvel, he's definitely going to be a D8 like we are. He's a level equal to us, 3. His AC will be difficult, so we'll say 6. But he has 4 HP, hit dice. Okay, so here we go. He runs at us. We try to shout him like, look, we don't want to fight you. We just want to bring you in. He says, I doubt it. And then he swings his sword. So we'll roll for attack for us. 5 plus the 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus his, that's 18. That's not enough. Okay, so he attacks. 10 plus our 6. That's not good enough. So now we're going to attack. Come on. There we go. 19. Okay, we swing at him with our D8. 2. That's just 1 point of damage. Okay, so he's down to 3. All right. So now he attacks us. 8. That's not going to hit. Okay. Our turn. We got to bring him in alive. 5. That's not good enough. Well, 5. Let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. Nothing. He attacks again. 15. That's going to be a hit on us. So he has a D8. Oh, let's use the red D8. Red D8. 3. That's 1 point damage against us. So we have 14 now. Okay. We attack. 8. 8 plus the 7 bonus. That's 15. Oh, that does hit 21. Okay, so 21. So here we go. We're gonna roll 3. That's 1 point damage. So now he's down to 2. Basil is going to try to intimidate him because again we want him alive. So we're gonna do. I was about to grab two D sixes like from Maze Rats. 2D8s. Okay, this will be a difficulty of let's say 13 because he's not wounded. He's just hurt. He's not mortally wounded. He's just hurt. 13. Okay. Plus our charisma, which is nothing. Okay, here we go. 13 or higher. Oh, 12. Damn it. If this was Maze Rat, it'd be a critical, but it's not. So we're just short 1. He laughs at our attempt at intimidating him. So then he attacks. Okay, because we used the action on that. 11. That's not going to hit. All right, now it's our turn. 8. Let's see. 8. That's going to be 15. 15. Yep, that's a hit. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do the freight eye last time. Oh, 8. Okay, so that is not good. We didn't pull the punch on that. Well, actually, okay, so let's try something for this. Let's try a little narrative twist here. That's going to be 2 points of damage. All right. So he is down to 0, but this happened last time with our last game. Uh, let's see. Uh, is he dead from this? Does he survive? Maybe I pull my punch on it, perhaps. Let's say 50-50. Does he survive? Oh, okay, he barely survives. All right, so he is mortally wounded, but I'm going to add a little decimal there, 0.2. So he's alive. He coughs out blood. He says, "That's all you got." We are going to tie him up with rope. I think I have rope. Yep, I have rope. We tie him up, and we're going to take him to the captain. At first, we secure the location. Because there's no one else around. We look outside. We're taken with a rope. We got him as a prisoner, as a cat. We captured him. We walk him out. There's nobody. Is there anybody around? Let's say 50-50 actually. Yep, there is. There are. Well, is it enemies perhaps? Actually, yeah, definitely enemies. Okay, there's gonna be four other. So Barvel is captured. So I'm gonna do a little check mark here. But there's three, four more of the shadows that pop out of the shadows, essentially. But these guys are remember this whole area is their territory, so there's going to be a lot of them. These are all level ones, AC of 8, and they have 2 per hit dice. Definitely a lot of encounters for this one. Okay, so this is really exciting. We're gonna roll for attack, but we are at a we throw them aside. We quickly tie them to a pole or something. So let's roll for attack. Ooh, critical 1. Okay, so we do. This is a failure here. So this is a critical fail. We got to think of a setback for our character. They attack first. We are not able to do anything. All right, so 9. That's going to be a miss. That's the first character. S2 attacks. 13, 6. That's 19. Close, but no hit. 16. That's going to be a hit. These are going to be D6s for these guys. Okay, so they're attacking. This would be S3. 3. That's 1 point of damage. Now we're down to 13. Okay. Now S4 is attacking. 11, that's not going to hit. All right, now it's back to us. 5 plus the 7, that's going to be, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus the 8, that's just 20. That's perfect. Okay, so we attack with our D8, the first one. Ooh, maximum. So that's going to be 2 points, 2 points of damage. So we take one out, and then we do our Freight Eye, which is 5. That's 1 point. Yep. So this guy's down to 1. All right, now it's back to them. So S2 attacks. 5, that's not going to hit. Uh, S3, that's a fail. S4, 13 is not going to be a hit, just short of 1. Now it's our turn. 4, that's not going to be a hit. Nope. So 4, that's the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus that's 19. Yeah, we are also short there. Okay, so back to S2. 14, that's a hit. So 6, our AC class that we were adding with us, that's a hit. So they roll D6 against us. Let's use this one. 2, that's 1 point damage. Okay, so now we're down to 12. Okay, 12 damage, or 12 damage, 12 total. S3 attacks. 19, that's also a hit. S3 attacks. 5, that's going to be 1 damage. Okay, now we're down to 11. Okay, S4 is going to attack. Nothing. All right, we're going to attack now. 6, that's a hit. I'm going to roll my D8, my weapon, Warhammer. 7 is going to be. I keep forgetting these numbers for some reason. So might as well just keep the book like this. There we go. Let's see. 7 is going to be 2 points of damage. So I take one guy out. S3's gone. Then my freight eye. 5. That's 2 points damage. The other one is gone. So the last one flees in horror as we intimidate him. No roll required. He runs off, and Barvel yells, "Coward!" And we grab him, and now we leave the slums. So we're on our way back. People are looking at us as we're holding a what appears to be a guard, but wearing robes, captive. People are questioning what's happening. They're concerned. Some of the people start yelling, "Guards, guards!" And two city guards run up to us. And do these two? I'm sorry, these two guards of the order run up to us. Do they recognize us from earlier? 75% chance. Oh shoot, they don't. Okay, they tell us to unhand that guard, and I tell them that I'm on official duty for the captain. This man here is a criminal, and that will require a roll. So let's do 9 for this one. It's plus no modifier at all. 9, we get it. Okay, they hesitate, but they will escort us to the barracks to meet the captain. So they take us to the barracks. Is the captain there? 80% chance. Yep. Oh yeah, he's there. He's waiting. He's sitting down, reading a book or training some of his students, of his disciples of the order. He stands up as he sees us holding Barvel captive. We push him to the captain and we tell him, the captain, that we found the warehouse. It's loaded with weapons, armor, stolen goods, merchandise, more than just what you and the order are missing. So he's impressed. He claps and he's like, "Well done, Basil, my friend." And he points to his guards to tell him, "Take this man under arrest. Have him stripped of his weapons and armor, and take him to a cell." And they say, "Yes, Captain." So Barvel spits at the captain and starts cursing and yelling as they escort him away. So we tell the captain of that Barvel worked for was with the the Shadows of Greystone. So does he know about the Shadows of Greystone? I'm gonna say 80% chance. He doesn't. He says, "Oh wow, it's extreme." No, he's like, "The Shadows of Greystone. What in bloody hell is that?" We tell him, "Well, it seems to be a very um, secretive, stealthy group of individuals that we fended off and took out at least a dozen out in the slums." So he says, "That's fantastic. We'll be able to get rid of this crime wave we've been having. He'll send guards that way right away." So he does. He sends a few guards. It's nighttime, so they take torches and they run, probably a dozen guards are sent in that direction. So he shakes our hand and thanks us for the help, and he offers us a job with the city guard. We politely decline. He says, "Oh, you're missing out." But he says, "As I promised, you're awarded 500 gold." So he gives us 500 gold. 710 gold pieces total. And there we go. We shake his hand, we make a friend with the captain, and we leave. The barracks door closes as we see the guards run off in the distance. And we're at this moment now where we conclude episode 10 of The Lone Wolf. This was much better than the last attempt I did. Um, but yes, I feel like this one went a lot better. And I didn't use any tables. It was far more freeform, and I think I did pretty well in my macro play. But again, glad I redid this, and this was far more entertaining. There was some action. We did some investigation. We met some characters. That was great, and that's what I really intend to. So I'm glad I got my camera thing tripod fixed up, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So as always, till next time, thanks for watching.